Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going into Alliance War. This is war number 3 of season 35. And for the global, defensively, you have the Miss-Tic Dispersion tactic, which can be annoying if you're gonna not use a champ that basically can't get buffs, which is Defiance. Defiance champs is the offensive tactic to combat that. A lot of good champs in there. We're gonna bring in one of those today. I do not have Thing on my team, so it's a different team for me. It's a little preview. I have only 4 fights, 2 with iAbom and 2 with Warlock. And we got a little Twilight warZone thing that's kind of weird, and just keep around for that. You'll see that at the end. But as far as the bans for this war, we had Quake, Torch, and Herc band. We're up against HC, MA, Magneto. Now, we have never, ever matched with these guys. This is the first matchup ever with X5E, and we know that they're a pretty solid alliance, and we need to put our best foot forward as far as completing our assignments clean. Here's the war map that they gave us, and as far as this war goes, we did it a little bit differently in our BG2. We made a plan to where we did a boss rush. We had 4 guys go up and kill off the boss in the island before basically clearing the rest of the map, and I was part of that boss rush. So I'm over on path 1. This is node 4. It's got Reinvigorated, Fury, Personal Space, Healing, and Indomitable. So when you're close to Longshot, he'll get regen buffs, and if he gets 10 of those, he will gain a Fury. Now, iAbom, he is a Defiance champ, one of my rank 3s. He's a great champ. He can definitely take out this Longshot fairly easily. The regens I'm not even going to be too concerned with. Once I get some poisons on and whatnot, it's going to basically eliminate all of the healing. Now, I do a power start 1 boost because I just want to get to my special 2, get the toxic aura up, and then just melt him. Now, Longshot's been doing what he's been doing with me quite frequently, and he's just going super passive, which is just annoying. I don't really want to push him to the special 2. As long as he doesn't get Pure of Heart up, it's fine for him to throw special 2s, but sticking to special 1s is best. If he does get Pure of Heart and throws a special 2, you're pretty much dead, because those passive Incinerates just will melt just about anybody if they're not Incinerate immune or Nullify immune. But we do get the Toxic Aura up, and then we're just going to play aggressive, and he's just going to melt. So iAbom does really well there. Just took a minute for him to kind of get thrown those specials, and then we kind of got rolling. So next up, we have an iAbom to face on this Masochism over time and Indomitable node. We're going to go in with Warlock. We still have that power start 1 boost going. I probably should have put these tech boosts on earlier before I entered the Longshot fight, but I was only planning on having these 2 fights on this boost. I did put on a 30% 6-hour boost because I was planning on getting all the fights down within that 6-hour time frame. But the attack and health boost, I'm going to be applying those as we go through. Now, I have the white Magneto on my team. I'm not using that on this fight. Don't really need it. I do get tagged by that special 1. Doesn't really do a lot of damage. But we just build up to special 2 with that power start 1 boost, throw it, and we get a decent amount of power back, and then just kind of build up again. He's just melting. Whether it gets the regen on or not, we have infection up, and it blocks the healing and pretty much rinses over iAbom fairly easily. And we're going to move up to this Nick Fury. I don't take the Nick Fury, obviously. I don't really have a champion that would do that. But I move up to use my energy there, tag my teammate McLeod, and he comes in with APOC and rinses that Nick Fury. But I do put a white mags on it. So I put my first white mags guidance on this fight, mainly just to help give extra attack, make it go a little bit faster. And then we were able to move up, and this was within like another 20 minutes or so. I put one little tiny health potion to heal up Warlock. I still have on those tech boosts, which was really nice. I thought I was going to need to put on another set, but we were able to get to this Moleman in time, which was really nice. So I just put on another power start 1 boost. I put on the guidance from White Mags, which is going to allow me to stun. Now it says they're Reinvigorated Unblockable. If he gets 10 regens, he'll be fully unblockable, and then they never back down. So you can see every time I dash back, it starts a timer. It's like 1.2 seconds, and if I dash back again within that timer, I will trigger a regen, which is fine. And at first, like, I was trying to not do it, but I'm like, you know what, this fight's going to go fast enough to where he's not going to get to 10. And if I do trigger a regen, I have infection up, which is going to block it, and it's going to start draining him with the degen. My Warlock is only Sig 20, I believe, so the degen's not like super potent or anything. It scales with his Sig ability. But you can see this is going down well. I've only triggered 2 of those regens, thus he's got 2 of those unblockable charges. There's another one, a third, so I can do that basically 7 more times. But we're going to get to this special 2 and light him up. It doesn't do a ton of damage because the armor breaks get eaten up fairly quickly. We're about to push him into Frenzy. There he goes. Now he'll be unblockable on the special 2s, but he's not gonna be able to throw one of those off. And White Mag's guidance on that really makes that fight super simple and straightforward with Warlock. We move up. There's an Iron Man Infinity on this path, and then a Nova. My teammate Sherry, he tagged along with me, and he took those out with Magneto. iAbom could definitely have taken, even Warlock could have taken the Iron Man Infinity War, but now we're on the island. I only have one fight on the island, and it's this rank 4 Mojo. We put on another power start 1 boost. We put on a special 3 defense boost just in case, and put it back on our attack and health boost. And the whole strategy here is to kind of wait out the Incinerate phase. You can see I did hit him. We're going to hit into the block as much as possible as the AI will allow and be passive. And then once poison phase starts up, we're just going to go to town. We'll get poisons potentially from the node. We'll get poisons when we get every 10 hits. And then we're going to just launch off the special 2. I really didn't have a window there, so Incinerate phase came back up. We're going to hold on to that. And once it comes, the poison phase comes back around, we are going to light them up and then just try to rush back to special ones and just recycle those. As far as the prompts go, I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but it's not that big of a deal. Most likely he will end up failing a prompt, particularly if he gets like the stun prompt. We do have the, we get the energy resist when we do dash back and would have dexed, but we can't really degen on this guy, which is nice. And you see 1 acid burn has already got him down over halfway, and we're just going to try to keep that toxic aura up, throw the special 1s, keep our poisons on us to keep it being able to apply lots of poisons, get him to 10, get another acid burn, 2 acid burns, he's at 19% left, just waiting out this Hazardshift, and here we go. We're in Assassin's range, and we're going to block this. All those weaknesses make his specials and everything hit so weak. So rank 4 Mojo is taken down very simply and easily with iAbom. I was going to put on Science Boost for that, but I just totally forgot. But as you can see, it wasn't needed. And then I'm going to throw on my 3rd White Magneto Guidance on the boss just to help with that. Looks like we have the Mr. Fantastic pre-fights as well, and that was from Sherry. He has a rank 4 Mr. Fantastic. And then Demps, our alliance leader, comes back in with his rank 4 Tigra, and basically we've seen this fight before. He took on a thing boss last war, and it's just counter heavies and specials with Tigra's heavy to put a bunch of the ruptures on The neutralize will prevent Thing from getting the unstoppable and unblockable. As long as he's under 15 stacks, you can hit him, apply the neutralize, and then just kind of go to town. Big special too. You know, as far as the Mr. Fantastic debuffs, you can see it's just going to help with max despair, block any healing. The debuff siphon's going to make the ruptures hit or be a little bit more potent. Petrify, not going to do a lot other than kind of block some of the healing, reverse some of the healing, and then the suppress is just it reduces the combat power rate, which, you know, doesn't really come into play as far as being a problem here. And he's been able to keep up the debuffs for pretty much, I think he does it for the whole fight, simply because he's doing tons of knockdowns with the heavies, with the specials. And yeah, Tigra's just a great option for dealing with this Thing boss. Even with the class disadvantage, she does a great job. So good job, Demps, getting another solo. And that cleared the island. And we cleared it fairly early. And we did have one death on the island from someone else. And then unfortunately we died 3 more times after the boss was down. It was not good. And then they got the donut on us in our battle group too. So doesn't look good, right? Well, before we look at the results, let's check out the Twilight warZone. So check this out. This is really weird. So we have a Great Dane in BG1 and a Boom in BG2. But Magneto also has a Great Dane in BG1 and a Boom in BG2. Super weird, right? And then check out what teams they brought. Ours brought both an AA and a Cap, and theirs both brought a Cable and an APOC. Super weird. Anyways, that's the Twilight warZone. And then, as far as the war goes, we actually won. So our BG3 came up huge. They got the donut. And we died 6 times total. They died 7. They died once towards the very end, which basically pushed us over the edge. We won this war. It was a solid, close war, hard fought, and, you know, low death count all around. This war pushed us into Masters. We're 2-1 for week 1. We're in Masters number 9. It showed number 6 on that graphic, but the top 3 don't come into play on that, so we're number 9 overall. And then as far as my war goes, stats-wise, you know, fairly light war. 4 fights, 4 kills, no deaths. We're at 16 fights on the season, 16 kills, and no deaths. So week 1 went really well. I mean, 2-1 is a solid performance, and if you can do that 4 times over in the season and come up with 8 wins, that's pretty much guaranteed Masters top 10. So we're going to just hope to keep kind of going with this flow. Granted, we need to do better in BG2. We did better in War 1 and 2, and then just kind of fell flat there. And as far as items go, not a ton. I mean, I used a 30% big boy boost, which was from like the season solo rewards or whatever. Decided to use that one there for the boss rush, even though I didn't take a lot of fights. Just 2 small level 2 health potions. My health potion usage for this season has been very small. I mean, I feel like I'm gaining a significant amount of loyalty compared to the amount of loyalty that I'm using, which is always good. So but the key to that is 1, not messing up too much and not dying. So I haven't died yet, and that really does help reduce your cost overall. And then here's my little graphic. I just added 2 fights with Warlock, 2 fights with iAbom. We fought Longshot again. So all 3 wars I've gotten the assignment to take down the Longshot on the map. And yeah, it was a lot of fun using iAbom. He's a great attacker. We actually have a rank 4 iAbom in our group, so depending on how much iAbom that we feel like we need on the map to counter some stuff, generally we'll use the rank 4, and then we have a couple other guys that have a rank 4 iAbom. So we'll see how much more he gets into the season action, but season's going well. Hope it's going well for you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.